Hi, Patrick here. Half Cheetah with you, and we are here for day 26 of our 31 days of Halloween. That's right, we are nearing the end. We are cranking it out as we go. Um, yeah, I'm pretty excited to talk about this movie. I have mixed emotions about it too. I have mixed emotions. There's some parts I really like about it, some parts, but I will definitely hear about what you guys think too, because I do know that some of you have watched it, and one person who actually sent me the movie, he had a hard time with it. Um, not for good or bad, but because of what happens in the movie. Um, so the movie we're going to be talking about today is 2022's Frost. Frost stars Devanny Pinn, directed by Brandon Slagle, from a story by James Cullen Bresek, and screenplay by Robert Thompson. Let's see, the music by Fernando Perdomo, cinematography by Kelton Jones, and yes, there is a real wolf in this movie. Um, so the story itself, this movie also stars Vernon Wells from the Mad Max films, of course. Um, this is a two-person film. Vernon Wells and Devanny Pinn. This is basically though a showcase for Devanny Pinn's acting, and knocks it out of the park. She's a terrific actress. It's just one of those. It's one of those. She's one of those actresses who's you don't. I think when people see her, they don't really even though she's done a ton of horror films, but they still see her and they see, God, she's just so damn beautiful, but can she act? And it's like, yes, yeah, she can. Um, so let's go. Let's put her in some dramas. Let's put her in some suspense, some action. She could do action film. Let me tell you, she can do action. Um, she does a great job in horror. Um, she's not afraid to get dirty. As far as that means, like in this movie here, I mean, she's put through the paces. Let me tell you, not the first time either. She did an excellent film that I really really enjoyed called The Dawn. That's a good one. That's a really good film with a really fun ending. Um, but again, she proves that she can. She's not afraid to get herself dirty and roll around in the mud, which I really admire in any actress that can do that, because most of the time you're all glammed up, but to go roll around in dirt and snow and what have you, and not afraid to let yourself be seen in a less than unflattering light on screen. To me, that's part of acting. Um, and Devanny Pinn can, like I said, she can act her ass off. So movie is pretty simple. Frost. We meet Abby. She's driving up to see her estranged dad Grant, um, and their mother had passed away, and they both had a hard time with it. And when Grant started drinking a little bit more than he should, it sort of drove away his daughter a little bit. But so they haven't really been close for a few years. But Devin, see, I'm thinking about this. Abby wants to go up there and talk to her dad, Grant, and wants to try to patch things up a little bit. It's got a grandchild on the way. Yeah, it sounds like a good idea, and so she drives up there to see her dad, and dad is a little, yeah, he's definitely a little woodsy out there, and off the grid, so to speak. And but they're not really estranged so much as they're both hurting, and they don't know, they're both hurting, and they don't know how to come to the other one and sit there and say, I need you. Grant's in the bottle, so it's a little harder for him. And of course, by that, he has inadvertently chased away the person who really would like to reach out and talk to him and and be a daughter for him. So, but they do connect at the cabin, and it's not really rough. It's just they're just two people that are hurting. They're not that far apart. Um, so Grant decides that he wants to take his daughter out for a quick fishing trip. Toward the middle of the afternoon, and with a storm coming in that night. Um, of course, Abby wants to make her dad happy. She's up there to so she says, "Okay, 9 months pregnant." She's 9 months pregnant. So she says, "Okay, Dad." And then Dad says, "Well, do me a favor. Leave your cell phone behind. So we're not taking. So I'm not feel like I'm fishing with you and your friends. I just want to fish with you. So leave your phone behind." 9-month-old pregnant woman with a storm coming in. So obviously, she says yes. So they jump in the car and they're driving and they're talking, and then sure enough, the car goes over the side of the road, slams up against a tree, windows are broken. Um, Airbags are not deployed though. That was interesting. Airbags did not deploy. Someone's getting sued. Um, but they're both trapped in the car. Both their seatbelts are trapped. Um, so they decide they're gonna have to try to get out of them. So they MacGyver their way out of the seatbelts, but Abby is still trapped. She can't get out. Grant decides that he's gonna go for help. Luckily for both of them, that Grant had walkie-talkies, not a phone, but a walkie-talkies. They had a pair of them in a car. Not a phone. Can't call for help. So he's like he's gonna have to hike on out to get help. Now the car slid off the road and didn't go all that far down the ravine. So basically, all he would have to do is basically reverse engineer the way the car fell off the road, and he'd be on the road for help. But somehow, some way, he gets twisted around and he's off in Never Never Land. Um, and so the movie focuses on Abby. She's trapped. The windows are broken. Before her dad left, nice guy that he is, he tells her what's going to happen to her if he doesn't come back. Basically, he tells her you're going to freeze to death. And there's nothing you can do about it. And it's like you just go like there, you go like, now we understand why. Now we understand why Abby and her dad were not close, because her dad ain't all there. Um, so he goes ahead and he's gonna go hike out for help. Um, so he and so Abby's trapped in the car, and we basically follow her for the rest of the movie. How she copes with being in the car, her water breaks. She has to give birth to her baby by herself, and suddenly a pack of wolves pop up. All right. Um, there was a movie called Wrecked that pretty much has the same premise, but it was with Adrian Brody. He was trapped in a car, and then he started seeing delusions and what have you. That movie was gorgeous. It's a beautiful story. It's exciting, well acted, well filmed. Uh, Frosted, beautifully directed, beautifully acted. Devanny Pinn was amazing in this movie. But the story, oh, yeah, I just couldn't. You can understand watching a movie and having some sort of disbelief, but when you have plot holes like 6 miles wide and deep, it takes you out of it. And it's only because I really do, I adore Devaney and of course Brandon. And maybe this makes me biased. Call me biased if you want. But I really enjoyed her performance, and the ending is just heartbreaking. It's absolutely heartbreaking. This is not an easy ending if you are disturbed and shocked by graphic violence. Totally tell you not to watch this one. Yeah, you don't really want to watch this one. This will stay in your brain if you let it. Um, the story itself, though, just they do everything wrong that common sense would tell you to do right. And what happens is it's just like it's too many. It's too much. you know, going fishing getting in the late afternoon with a 9 month pregnant woman, um, and with a snowstorm coming in. Nobody I know would ever do that ever. And it says inspired by true events. I would love to read the story about that. And I've heard of people being trapped in cars and cliffs and stuff like that for days and whatnot. That I've heard about. I've heard about those things. Those that do happen. But 9 month old 9 month pregnant woman, um, being told to leave her cell phone, or basically her lifeline, behind at home. I'm just not really digging that. I don't really think that happened. Um, and it really just, it puts the whole. I mean, as soon as you see that, you're just like, you're looking at the TV, and you're just like, this is not going to happen. Uh, she could go into labor at any moment. Uh, even when anytime a woman says she's 9 months pregnant, it could happen anytime. I'm not due for 3 more weeks. Yeah, 9 months, you could break. You could have that baby tomorrow, today, 5 minutes ago. Um, so I don't know. I felt like the story really let the actors down. All right. Um, the makeup is really good. Like I said, I mean, this is and then, like I said, there's a real wolf in there. Both are excellent. I really did enjoy the cinematography. The editing by Wayne Kent was really good. Movie is sharply. It's clean. It's suspenseful and to a point. Then it goes, like I said, it goes dark real quick. All right. This movie was actually put out by Cleopatra Pictures. This is actually the Cleopatra music company that I used to do business with back in the day. We used to book some of their bands. Uh, so now they're still around and they're doing movies. This is rated R, obviously, hard R at that. The special features include a soundtrack and which is really cool right here. This is like the second movie in the three I've reviewed that carried a soundtrack to it. That's really fun too. I wish more people would do that for their movies. All right, that's it for this one. I'm rambling on way too long for this review. I understand that, but I just wanted to talk about it a little bit more. Almost deep dived it, didn't I? All right. We will see you for day 27. If you're new to the channel and you like what you heard, please give it a sub. Give us a sub. Give us a like. And drop a comment down below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow. Peace.